Zealot is everyone's favorite crazy religious fanatic. He loves to charge headfirst into battle without giving a care in the world about himself because he believes he is protected by his god, Sigmar. His passive ability, Fiery Faith, power increases by 5% for every 25 missing health. You heard that correctly. Up to 6 stacks. His career skill, Holy Fervor. Victor charges forward and gains 25% increased attack speed for 5 seconds. So this is a character heavily designed to just dash into hordes and kill everything non-stop. Beautiful. He's also got Unswerving Strikes. Heavy attacks can't be interrupted by damaging attacks. They want you to kill things, guys. Heart of Iron. This is an awesome little passive here. You resist death on taking lethal damage. So, because he's designed to get to such low health, and then kind of build it back up, hopefully quickly, sometimes slowly, you can get hit when you have like 1 health. So Heart of Iron kind of gives you a get out of jail free card, if you will, if you make a mistake and take a hit when you are still trying to build your health. So super great passive right there. I think it's got about a 2-minute cooldown or 1-minute cooldown. I don't know. It's a pretty long cooldown, but it's very nice. For talents, Sigmar's Herald. Damaging multiple enemies in 1 swing with a melee weapon grants temp health. Max 5 enemies in 1 swing. So for this build, I'm going to be using the Axe and Falchion, and normally I would use Repent with Zealot, but Grail Knight exists now. And Grail Knight, if you're a Zealot playing with a Grail Knight, I hate to say it, and it's really depressing, but Grail Knight is super freaking powerful, and he's probably just going to take all your elite kills. So best bet is to just run Sigmar's Herald. Damaging for THP, really good. This is heal share. You should never use this with a Zealot. Down here, for this build, Smite is going to be very important. Every 5 hits grant a guaranteed critical strike. So, crits no longer occur randomly. So, you do 5 swings with your melee weapon, and then the next one is a crit. This also applies to your ranged weapon. Hence, the title of this video. So, 5 swings with your melee weapon, shoot your range, you're going to be critting on that range attack. So that's very nice. You also have Castigate here, a great talent. Unbending Purpose, not as great. Both of these are not what we're going to be doing because Smite is absolutely crucial to this build. For our stagger talents, I'm going with Smiter. Smiter lets you do 20% more damage on your first hit to an enemy. So really good. Also lets you do more damage to monsters easily than Mainstay would. I don't really like Mainstay that much because most things are going to die in less than 3 hits. And the only way Mainstay does more damage than Smiter is when a single enemy or group of enemies takes 3 hits from the same weapon. And that just doesn't happen that much, especially on Legend. Smiter is your best bet here. You also have Enhanced Power. This just lets you acquire more range damage. You get an increase in your power level. It's calculated before the other buffs. It's a 7.5% increase, not a 7% increase. You do a bit less melee damage than you would with Mainstay or Smiter, but you do more range damage. So, personal preference kind of here. If you're going to focus heavily on melee like I like to, Smiter is a quality choice. Down here, you have Crusade. Each stack of Fiery Faith also increases movement speed by 5%. This is a complete fucking meme talent. Don't ever use this, especially when you're with other people. They'll hate you. It's just no. Just don't. Please. This is a joke. You also have Armor of Faith over here. Each stack of Fiery Faith reduces damage taken by 5%. Definitely better than Crusade, but I think both of these are completely blown out of the water by the talent of Holy Fortitude. Each stack of Fiery Faith also increases healing received by 15%. This also affects temp health, which is the big thing, and it works really well with Zealot. As he gets lower in his health, he does more damage, and acquires more stacks of Fiery Faith, so 6 times 15. Let me do some quick math on that. Oh my god, that's a 90%. So you're going to be doing 90% extra healing on your temp health. This is a standard Zealot talent here. Holy Fortitude allows a Zealot to never have to heal as long as he keeps attacking. It's a great talent. It's one of the best in the game, I think. Holy Fortitude is awesome. Down here you have Devotion. Taking damage increases movement speed by 30% per 2 seconds. Getting attack no longer slows movement speed. Again, kind of going with Crusade. Bit of a meme talent. I don't really think 2 seconds of running really fast is going to be that useful, honestly. Who cares? Calloused Without and Within is just a simple, damage taken reduced by 10% kind of talent. Kind of useless, honestly, on Zealot. You're trying to take damage. You don't really need damage reduction, especially if you know how to build your temp health quickly. This is kind of a useless talent. They also, in the beta, slightly nerfed the way damage reduction was calculated multiplicatively instead of additively now. So if you wanted to couple this with, say, Barkskin, it would overall be less damage taken than it used to be. It's just not that good. It's not really worth it. Redemption Through Blood, I think, is the best choice. Taking damage restores stamina to full, so if you're trying to block something, and an enemy, say like a berserker, gets through your 3 shields or whatever, you take a little hit, not the end of the world. You've got your temp health, you're pretty healed. You take a little hit, guess what? You got all your stamina back, and you can get out of a jam that way. So it's pretty nice. Down here, Feel Nothing is the talent I like for his ultimate. Health can't be reduced below 1 for the duration of Holy Fervor. This is kind of a playing it safe talent, especially if you struggle with kind of building temp health. Say you lose your Heart of Iron by accident, or you make a mistake. Feel Nothing gives you a bit of an extra get out of jail free card. You just dash and then you're invincible for like 6 seconds, or 5 seconds rather. It's pretty nice. I like it. Another good one over here, Flagellant's Zeal. Each hit during Holy Fervor grants a stack of up to 10. Each stack reduces the cooldown of Holy Fervor by 5% when the buff fades. So you can get your ultimate back a lot quicker. Very nice. Pretty good talent. But only really for an experienced zealot that kind of knows what they're doing. Over here you have Faith's Flurry. Attacks during Holy Fervor increase power by 2% for 5 seconds. Stacks up to 10 times. This is just a doing more damage kind of ultimate. Not really necessary in my opinion. I mean, you can do it, sure, but he's already getting stacks of power. I don't really think you need like that much more. He's kind of already a damaging machine. Maybe look into like a little bit of survivability. That's kind of why I use this. Moving on to equipment. Axed and Falchion is the weapon I choose. Power versus Chaos. Chaos enemies have more health than Skaven enemies. And crit power. Normally I wouldn't use crit power really on anything, but as we remember here, the talent of Smite gives us guaranteed critical hits after every 5 melee or ranged attacks. So a big point here, you don't need to run crit chance if you're running Smite. Absolutely not necessary. You can throw on more damage. You can throw on block angle, of block cost reduction, whatever you want. It's really up to you. I like damage. I like to kill things, especially with Zealot. So yeah, I want that every 5th hit to do a little bit more. So give me some crit power. But you can use, armor. You can use Skaven, whatever you can get. It's awesome. And then it does work with Swift Sling, of course. You have to kind of time it, but time that 5th hit properly, and you'll be doing faster attacks, 20% for 5 seconds. Swift Sling is great. Go for it. The weapon, a ranged weapon here, kind of the whole point of this build is to get ammo back, to never really run out of ammo when we need to. The volley crossbow is the best choice, I think, for this build. I go for armor and Skaven. It's an orange weapon, pretty good rolls there. But the trait you must absolutely have for this is Scrounger. So critical hits restore 5% of max ammunition. Can trigger once per attack. So you do your 5 swings with the axe and falchion. You have the smite ready. Switch to your volley crossbow. Boom. Do a little shot on whatever type of enemy. Guess what? You've shot an arrow, but you're getting 2 back. So, say you have 40 bullets and you shoot one, you're down to 39, but smite and scrounger gives you 2 back. Now you're at 41 total arrows. You have more than what you had before. So it's a good way to kind of, mix melee and range play to kind of keep yourself from running out of ammo. You can, if you do it enough, you can build your ammo all the way back up. It's pretty decent for like deprivation deed runs, and or if you just feel like being independent, a big, strong, independent woman who don't need no man, feel free, go for it. The necklace, I like health, I like block cost reduction. Boon Shalia is really good. Normally I would use Barkskin, but that's of course with the killing blows. If we're going to be using damaging, I really think Boon Shalia is a better talent. You get 30% more, healing, so that also stacks with your Fiery Faith here, or your Holy Fortitude here. So at max stacks, 90 more healing plus 30, that's 120% more healing. So, lots and lots of healing. You're going to be just making crazy amounts of temp health. And that's really the whole point of Zealot, is just to be able to, kill things or hit things, attack things, and live and make that temp health. It's so good. And then the charm, this is pretty much just to do more damage. I go for power versus armored for those big chunky guys like Chaos Warriors and Storm Vermin, and then infantry. The little guys as well. You can't forget about them. You want them to die, absolutely. And then concoction, you drink any kind of potion, you get your ultimate back once. Concoction would take off about a minute on a cooldown. I think his cooldown is like 40 seconds or something. If you're running the cooldown talent, you might be able to get it back twice if you time it right. But yeah, this is just to do more damage. Armor infantry, you don't need crit chance, you don't need attack speed. Really, you will have everything you need pretty much, when you have your stacks. And then over on the trinket, curse resistance, stamina recovery, shrapnel. You don't need crit chance, of course. Lots of people will make what I think is a mistake of not running curse resistance on Zealot, because they think well, I'll just not run it. We'll pick up Grims. I'll lose my health. I'll get my stacks quicker. But you can do that, of course, and it works, but you also kind of hinder yourself that way because you can make less temp health now. Your max health is not 108, it is like 72 or something. So you can't make that 30 extra temp health. It's really just better just to take the curse resistance if you're going to do a legend and under and go for books and just kind of, play Zealot normally. Take that damage, build it back up with temp health, gives you a little bit more breathing room, makes you a little bit more tanky. Yeah, so there you go. Shrapnel, of course, very good for monsters. You throw it, they take more damage, 20% more for 10 seconds. The whole team can benefit from that. It's very nice. Stamina recovery, just for a little bit more tankiness. It's super good. So yeah, you should never run out of ammo with this build. Try it out.